And we're back. And we're back. Just checking if this word is good. That's speed. Oh, hell yeah. Mmm. 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 There you go. Mmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's go. Don't blink if you blink. Welcome to the show. I'm about to sneeze. Because we hope you're having a wonderful day on this 27 September 2025. We're sick. I'm going to see my father tomorrow. But for now, I'm going to be doing some Resident Evil recap. So I'm excited about that. And remember, I'm sick, guys. Okay. Okay. My apologies. Don't blink if you blink. It's very little storage. What's going on here? I'm considering also having a wonderful day on this 27th September 2025. Today we are going to be working on doing some recap. Don't worry, there's no rush for this one, which is great. There's no rush for this day, for today. Remember that we're doing a movie every single day in the month of October, which is a scary movie. You know what I'm telling you is because we're starting out a new series recap now. Ultimately speaking, it's not really a series, it's a season for a series called Resident Evil. I don't know who made it, to be honest. I don't know when it was made, but it's on Netflix. Now, ultimately speaking, I'm gonna be completely honest. We've been reviewing shows like Prison Break that I love. We've been reviewing shows like well, I could do a review of Third Park Jails. We've been reviewing a ton of shows, and most of them I do like. Most of them I like a little bit. I like a lot. Sorry, there's a feeling of love there. Um, I'll be completely honest. I watched the Resident Evil thing that we are about to do, and I couldn't finish it because I was not interested. Interested. Trailer Park Boy Jill. Okay. Now, why are we doing it? Because we're doing a marathon for Resident Evil, so I want to have everything that has to do with Resident Evil. Maybe the movie, maybe the series, maybe whatever you want, whatever it is. It's gonna be cool. I think it's gonna be super duper cool. And if it's interesting, it's interesting. If it's not, it's not. Worst case scenario, right now we're playing Resident Evil Zero right now. Is it a great game? No. Is it an okay game? It's more than okay. It's actually a really cool little game. Um, we're not gonna reinvent the wheel with this one, but at the same time, it's really nice. So, all of this to say, um, all of this to say that I'm gonna be playing the second, the third, which are remake, which are great. And I'll be watching the movies. Some of them are great, some of them are not good. The Resident Evil movie have a what should we call it? What is this word? It's a reputation for not being the greatest. However, I feel like we'll do whatever we want to do. Now, ultimately speaking, we are recapping episode 1 and 2. I'm trying to find more information about the specific of. My apologies. Yeah, we ate a lot of cheese today. Now my body's like, ooh, what have you done to me? And I don't know why when my body is talking to me, it has this German accent. I'll be back. This is my whenever they make me poop shoot, they tell me I'll be back. So this is episode. Okay, so I want to make sure 3. Perfect. Perfection, 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 perfection. So what do we know about the show? Let's see what we know about the show. I'm gonna be starting to add this as a newer thing. So it was released in 2022. So it's yeah, there's not a lot. So we're gonna start with New Raccoon City. Now here is my first problem with this series, and this is not a problem with the series. This is a problem with myself. I pretend like I'm very well versed in. I'll be back. And Resident Evil, but I'm not. I do know some of the game. I do know some of the lore. It's crazy. I love Resident Evil 8, so I know the lore of the villains. It's crazy because I love Resident Evil 4, so I know how a lot of the lore. For example, how does the now I'm gonna look stupid, but how does the virus works, right? What was it again? Moria, something like that. So, welcome to the New Raccoon City means to me that there's another Raccoon City. Now, oops, I don't know where this is starting. Is it a big problem? No, it's not a big problem. It isn't a big problem. Because during the show there's some explanation as to it, but I just want to know if it's after Raccoon City, if it's after Leon, and you know what I mean, right? Jill Valentine. So, we have a lady. Now, this is the way to start a show. This is the way to start a show because you can see that there's this girl, right? She has some knowledge. Ooh, 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 it's loud. I got neighbors. It is 11 o'clock at night. So not super late, but not super early. So we got this girl, and she's a survivor, right? You can see that she's doing studies. Now, this is super cool because Resident Evil, one trait that we know is umbrella. Whatever it is, umbrella, there's Resident Evil, right? So we know that. Now, here's the craziest thing. You see this person and you ask yourself, are you working for Umbrella, right? Now, if you know a bit more about Resident Evil, you can ask yourself, are they working for STARS? They're possibly not working for STARS. So you ask yourself. So this established itself as a very cool beginning. You establish yourself as not only a person that is able to survive, but a person that understands how infected are acting, which I do find in itself amazing. Now, in the very beginning, it's kind of complex because there's two characters that are important, right? Now, if you read the subtitle, which we do because I think it adds something, even if I'm listening to it, I like to have the subtitle. I don't know why. It's just by habit because I watch a lot of anime, which the English sub. And then there's future and then there's past, right? So you see the characters. Now we see her and she's doing a study on enemies. Now, in itself, we have no clue who she is. What I love here is there's also a lot of debrief, right? So when you look at it, it's for example, you look at it beginning of a pandemic. Now, what Shuna does this very well is gonna be Walking Dead. Walking Dead out there is one of the only show that I know that's doing a apocalyptic world years, decades later, which is good because you see how it works. One of the other things that did it was I Am Legend. I Am Legend is phenomenal because in 3 years, so this is why I love talking about this because yes, we're talking about Resident Evil. So why am I mentioning I Am Legend? Why am I mentioning Walking Dead? Because there's zombie, right? You want to talk zombies? You wanna talk zombies? You don't talk Walking Dead. You talk Greg Romero. You talk Greg Romero, Dawn of the Dead. That's the forefather of the undead. When you talk book, you talk about Adrian Rain. You talk about plenty of things. Resident Evil, as a game in itself, might have been revolutionary with the survival, but at the same time, I don't know. I do not know. I do not know. I know because I'm gonna show you. There's this. I'm gonna show you right because and this is very much so not Resident Evil, so I'm sorry about that. But there is this, I think it's Early Bird, her name on YouTube. So Early Bird, there you go. Early Bird is a channel. You take out the porn in there because there's porn. Early Bird is a channel that specializes in a very niche content. What you're gonna do is you should do PS1 and PS2 games that are scary, right? Now, what is insane with that is I never knew there was so much of it. Now, Resident Evil in itself might be the Final Fantasy of horror game when it comes to horror. I gotta go bathroom. I'm so sorry. I stay here. You can hold on, you can run afraid. You can pretend you're there for me, but you can't stay away from me. Now they say insight is 2020. Why am I talking about this? Well, it's important to establish the importance of Resident Evil. You know, the beauty of Resident Evil is the movies which are cringy. I only saw the live one. So because the movie are cringy, you can kind of expect to have a funny. when you look at horror, in my opinion, there is this subspecies of horror movies that are funny. You talk about Child Play. You talk about a bunch of slasher in the '80s. Freddy Krueger, who was hella funny, hella funny. And then you look at Resident Evil, and you just expect it, right? So also, I think it's important to know some of the lore of Resident Evil, which I don't know, and I just don't think that this show will be the gateway to it. But at the same time, are the movie the gateway to it? I don't know. I don't know. And it's kind of cool in itself. I want to applaud the initiative, and again, applaud myself, which sounds super dickish. But I want to applaud the initiative. Why? Because the initiative in itself is what? The initiative in itself is, I don't know much about it. I know that I love it. I explored enough to say, okay, well, this is almost a guaranteed love for the series, but I don't know much about it, right? So we're going in blind. We're diving in. So what's going on is she is doing some tests. This is super cool because what she does is she releases a rabbit, right? So then, what she's trying to do, and this is very nice because she's explaining it after, right? Now, if you looked at it, you wouldn't give a fuck. But you see it. See, with Resident Evil, you kind of want to know Las Morta. That was the virus. I want to know where it comes from, right? So with her, what she does is she wants to see if there's going to be an evolution. She believes that the zombies are going to evolve again. Which is super cool. Now, when you realize, right, why Jade is so important. Jade is the daughter of Wesker. Wesker, which is a huge head and umbrella, right? Now, here's a problem, right? I know it's Adam Wessler. We didn't know if it was Adam. It might be the brother of Adam. It might be the father of Adam. I don't know, right? So Jade may feel guilt in there. But she's also one of the better places to do this because she is so close in the development of it, right? What she does is she does rabbits. So what she's trying to do is evolve. Now, the cool thing here is also evolution in a state of, well, okay, so you look at lions, right? The lions, or even the wolf, they're very specific. They're animals that are living in groups. There's a word for that in Meurthe in French. In Meurthe, when Meurthe, a pack of wolf, right, or a pack of lion, and there's an order to where they eat. What she's trying to do here is trying to establish, okay, well, is there a sense of society? Is there a sense of alpha, omega, beta? Alpha being the top, beta being the second, omega being at the bottom. I think it's possibly wrong. I'm not sure. You know what I mean, right? And this is something that we see with animals that have next to zero surrounding. The graphics are kind of nice. I gotta say, it's well made. I also have to say that I do appreciate the work of the makeup. You can tell it's makeup, and you can tell it's not. CGI. Now, I'm gonna complain a little bit here, a little bit, right? You look at the zombie and the first one. This is the first one you see, so it's established that these are scary. They're scary looking, right? And then you look at the other one, and the other ones, they're not put in work. So if you're gonna make the zombies as scary, make all of them as scary. Don't make one as scary. However, this is the impactful scene because this is the first zombie that you see, and because it's the first zombie that you see, you're gonna see, okay, well, guess what? This is the bar set. This is where we set the bar for what our zombie will look like. So there you go. It's not, honestly, it's not super interesting because at the same time, and this is kind of the problem of something like Resident Evil, right? I'm gonna keep coming back to Walking Dead because this is really my blueprint when it comes to horror show. Because this is, yes, it's based on the game, it's in a horror show. The Walking Dead does it super well because you never feel like they're surrounded. When they're surrounded with zombie, there's a problem, but zombies aren't the main issue. Jay doesn't follow the simple rules of don't go out alone, right? Make sure that you're protected. And she's fighting them. So it's a case of, okay, well, you're in a bad position, but it's not a case of, how can I say this? It's not okay. So technically speaking, I think the beauty. Okay, we're gonna go back to Walking Dead. Technically speaking, the beauty of Walking Dead is you see Rick, you see Shane, you see Daryl in the beginning, starting to hunt zombies. Right? We're watching here because I'm gonna die soon. Tower, 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 and tower. I'm gonna tournament next. Tournament which is quite important. Thank you very much. My apologies. And then you look at them, and at the beginning they don't know how to fight zombies, right? So after that, wow, they're super expert at killing zombies. Now, is Jay good at killing a zombie? Is she better than the next one? We don't know. We don't know. We don't know. Also, there's no explanation as to if she's supposed to be strong, if she's supposed right now she took some dangerous risk, and you're not sure as to why. So now we have a pass, right? Now what I'm gonna say here is gonna be a bit touchy. You saw Whisker, right? So Whisker with his daughter comes, and his daughter are Jade and Billie Eilish, if I remember. And this is super cool because they go to the new Raccoon City. So this new Raccoon City is like in Tijuana. I don't know what happened. I don't know how you call it, right? But basically, this is the old Raccoon City that got destroyed, and they created this new Raccoon City. Now, technically speaking, this is a very powerful plot point because it serves multiple functions. I like to talk a lot, so if you don't like that, you're not in the right place. So this is kind of interesting because the Umbrella City is a trademark of Raccoon City is a trademark of Resident Evil. First of all, it's a trademark of there's a city that was before it and it got broken. Like for example, when you go to New England, like okay, well this is not England, this is New England. What happened there? Well, we colonize and we call it in England, but we want to make a difference, so we call it New England, right? So with the Raccoon City, this is specific because Raccoon City fell, right? Now, to what degrees we don't know. We don't know if it fell completely of some sort, we don't know, right? We know that there's a need for a new Raccoon City, and that's important. It's also about how she's explaining that they took a place, I don't remember what they call it, but they took a city and they basically built it and made it they made it a paradise. So then you realize that it's kind of like a military base. It doesn't feel like a military base, but it is a military base. So it's a military base would be like you got corporal and shit like that, but it's sort of a very concentrated camp. And if your father, your mom is important, then you belong here, right? It's like a Fort Lauderdale, Fort Knox, somewhat similar to that, right? So now, what you have also, the last important thing is it's acting as a snow globe. So this is problematic because why? Because in the snow globe, everything might seem okay, but what is life outside of snow globe? For example, you got this set of land that is completely free out of infected zombie, whatever you want to call it, right? Doesn't mean the rest of the world isn't affected, and because it doesn't mean that the rest of the world is infected, that it isn't, right? So you're not establishing a correct way to set up the stakes. If you set up the stakes, you're able to say, okay, well, this is the situation. This is why we need this is why we need a repairment, and this is the solution, right? Problem, solution, execution. Now, there is this something, and what about Joy? So they're creating this product called Joy, and this is something that is kind of cool, really cool actually, because in most zombie movies or infected movies, because I don't know if they call it zombies or something like that, is they are literally like you're trying to fix something. So I Am Legend, they were trying to fix cancer. 28 days later, it was the Rage virus. Resident Evil, it was the T virus. Now, there's some information in there, and it's quite nice. Wesker, what is my problem with Wesker? Also, we'll go with Wesker, right? Wesker in itself says, well, there's a lot of components to the medication Joy. Joy is an antidepressant that makes you very happy. It's one of the better antidepressants out there. And he says there is a working that where is a T virus, and the T virus was supposed to be for military purposes. Now this is the crazy part because this is Umbrella. Umbrella, this is stupid because in Resident Evil lore, again, I'm not versed. If you know, let me know in the comments. This is what I know, this is what I understand, okay? So from what I understand, Umbrella Corps, what they did was they did some really bad stuff. They created a lot of zombies, and then what happened is Umbrella started doing some good. I think it's in the 8th or in the 7th game, Umbrella's out there and they're like, okay, well, let's fix our mistakes. Now, if they're trying to fix our mistakes or not, I don't know. no clue because if you look at the um, if you look at the 8, you see the cave and you see the giant Metamucil, which is kind of crazy. The giant mold, which is kind of crazy, right? So with that, they're saying that okay, well, we're not hiding ourselves, and this is cool because you see the perception or the perspective of a Umbrella operative. We made this virus for virus is in French. We made this virus for military purposes. Now, my problem with Wesker is that we have this image of Wesker, right? And it's not complex. It's not complex. Wesker is this asshole, but really this asshole. And you recognize him because he's always wearing like glasses, and he's kind of beefy. Now, the actor they took for Wesker, I do have a problem with that because when I look at this person, and it's kind of amazing because it's an actor that I like a lot, but I like him a lot for a very specific reason in which we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there absolutely. And when you look at Wesker, I don't see him as an asshole. It doesn't look like an asshole. It looks like a guy who's asking questions. It looks like a guy who is a decent father, not the best father, but somewhat of a good father, right? And it doesn't feel like it's a right casting for the role. Now, ultimately speaking, why do I love this actor? I may be wrong, but if I'm not wrong, this guy is voice acting for one of the most important people in Destiny. There's 3 classes. There's the Titans, there's the Warlock, and there's Clyde Six who plays the I don't know, the Ranger Assassin. And the actor voice act for Titan, which is the melee class, the ball class, the tank class of Destiny. Why do I like him a lot? Because you voice acted for this one. You voice acted for this game. And then you started playing the game and really had fun. And it was really very part of the community. He was a huge part of the community. He was very present, right? And what is super nice is, and again, if that's the right guy, I'm sorry, but when he died, everywhere on the map they had an emote where they were doing a salute, and it's just highly respected, you know. And that's because of the person, not the character they're playing, but the person itself. Yeah, as Wesker, I don't see him. And again, you have to understand something, okay? Currently speaking, we're playing Resident Evil 0. I have notion of who Wesker is. I saw him in Resident Evil 4, where he's a complete asshole to Ada. I saw him, and that's it. I saw him in 2 and 3, in 3. I don't know if he's there. But if he is, I don't remember him. So I basically only know him as an asshole to Ada. Oh no, I also know him as a playable character in Mercenary, Resident Evil 4, which is a fantastic mode. Let's continue. It's kind of cool that we have Billy and Jade. Why? Well, Billy and Jade are going to be 2 completely different characters. It is nice to have sister or brothers because you establish that they're close and they'll fight for each other, but you also establish the importance of nurture and nature. Billy and Jade become completely different people, even though they have the same father, even though they have the same environment growing up, even though they have the same influence, they're changing. Billy is a bit weaker, so Jade will be acting as a bigger sister and a more protective sister, which is kind of good. What's important because the character that we see is Jade, is future Jade. Now, I'll be honest, I don't know if it's the same Jade. I don't know, but I think it is. So yeah, so we got the Umbrella Corps, and again, it's kind of nuts because you know the Umbrella Corps is kind of disgusting. You see Jade, she runs away because of the giant worm, and the giant worm is absolutely phenomenal because we saw in the games that yes, the problem isn't the zombie itself. The problem is going to be a giant. The problem is going to be there's like a werewolf. Yeah. So there's a group of people, right? And they want to sell her. And it is super cool because at first you're like, okay, well, what can you give us and what can we give you? It's a system of helping each other, but it's still groups, which is very akin to what we see in Walking Dead. Now they discover that Jade is on the hit list of Umbrella, so they want to sell her. The surrounding is actually pretty cool. So we don't know what really happened. However, we know that Billy was seen as this psycho because she was very violent, she was very angry, and she used to fight a lot. So they had a move, and then she changed a lot as a result of that. For example, Jay tell her like, "Yo, everybody likes you. You beat a bully. She'll be the bully." He said, "Yo, you be the bully," but she still felt resistant. And this is also cool because this is in the psyche of the characters is very important. You have two characters important, which is Jade and Billy. Jade see this new opening as this new living situation as a opportunity to mingle with people. Uh, okay, thank God we did something. I think I did a mistake. Oh shit. Oh shit. I think I did a mistake, guys. I did a big mistake. Okay, good. We didn't do it. I thought I had purple. Thank you. Mon. My mom should just like my videos. My mom just like my videos. That is super sweet. So you see this one? Mon. That's my mom. She liked my videos. I'm lucky to have the mom that I have. She's amazing. So, with Billy and Jade, Jade completely sees this as a new opportunity, which meaning that she's looking to move forward, and it's also the motivation of what's going on in your mind. For example, when there's a crisis where Billy gets bitten, you got people that are hopeful and people that aren't hopeful, which is kind of cool. It's important in the scenario. We have this. We have Jade who's popular and Billy who isn't popular. Now this is super cool. Okay. So there's this bully, and she's attacking Billy because she's vegan. Now, ultimately speaking, it's kind of complex, but so it's nuts because I think you haven't know what happened. It's complex. So Billy gets bullied because she's a vegan, but then you don't know what happened in Raccoon City, and also the fact that oh, I didn't have enough storage. Do 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 do. Do 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 okay. And then I have the storage. Okay, perfect. Aha. Okay, give me a sec. Good. Fuck. Don't blink, is you blank. Welcome to the show, because we want to having a wonderful day. Guess who is out of storage? This guy. So gonna continue. What I'm gonna do is gonna be small parts of videos because right now we're uploading and we're doing the best we can to do as much as possible. In the meantime, we had a death and the tower, which makes our playthrough not great, but it's okay. It's okay, Ming. It's okay, Ming. It is what it is. It is what it is. We got 29 minutes. We have to maximize our time because again we're doing so much at the same time. Right now we're doing the tournament, and I got 20 minutes left. And if I don't score enough, I'm gonna be late. Why am I waiting for the last seconds? I don't know. So it depends on how you see it. Like for example, you don't know what happened in Raccoon City. So for example, if this girl, right, she is a survivor of Raccoon City and she realizes how precious life is, you know, it's kind of nuts. But at the same time, Billy should be able to do whatever the frig she wants, and they fight. These fights. So Jade asks Billy, "Why did you fight?" And Billy is afraid because she used to be a psycho. She used to fight a lot. She would say, I don't want to be this person anymore." And this is super cool. And this is super cool because you got you got a way to see in the past without being in the past. You don't need to tell me, okay, well, she fought there, she fought there, she fought there. Establish that she's fight a lot. Now, ultimately speaking, this is kind of cool because if it's Billy, it was at the beginning, Billy is a survivor. No, Jade is a survivor. Billy would have died or not. We don't know. So this is kind of important. The next day is also super, super, super nice because she goes in with the bully and she's trying to make peace. And the bully go tell her like, "Yo, f off, you suck." So the peace treaty doesn't work. This is super cool because Jade is threatening her. Um. So there you go. What else is there? It's nice. It's nice. We have the survival camp, right? There you go. It's actually phenomenal. So you see the camp, right? And you say, okay, well, this is how to survive. They're a trigger camp, so they're possibly not the strongest, but they know how to trade and they have a good defense. Now you see the zombie. This is an important scene because you just see how bad it is, right? Now in the show, they establish that there possibly is something like 300 million people alive, and there's 6 billion zombies. So it's not there. So there is a mascot. Now this is a really really cool scene. So this is how we do a recap. We go scene by scene and we talk about how I feel about it, what it made me think about, and tra la tra la tra la tra la, right? So this is a really cool scene because you establish that there's a mascot. In the previous scene, you actually see the mascot shows up. There's a raccoon head. This is Raccoon City, so this makes sense. So there's somebody with a raccoon mask that goes in and hits the girl that was a bully. Now, ultimately speaking, does it matter? No, it doesn't really matter because I'm at episode number 3 out of 8, and I don't know who it is. And at this point, I don't care who it was. So now they think that it's Billy because it was an altercation, and we have Mr. Whisker. Look, this is the actor. I think he was part of the Resident Evil franchise before. I'm not sure. Um, this is super cool because he goes in, right? And the father of the bully, she's like, "Oh, my daughter was attacked." And Whisker's like, "You know who I am? I'm Whisker. You know how many people can do my job? You know how many people can do your job? I'm a bigger value of Umbrella." And he big sticks everyone. He big stick them. So it's like, okay, well, you gotta show respect, and you're gonna get your daughter to apologize to my daughter. The teacher's like, okay, well, my daughter's gonna take a couple of days off for mental health, and he's big dicking everybody. Now, ultimately speaking, this is not super super important. It is only important to say like, okay, well, guess what? Whiskey is a pretty big deal. See, we have two people. We have the father and we have the worker. The father seems to be an absent father who's trying his best, and the worker seems to be super important. So this is also important. So we got Jade talking to her, right? And the guy to him, which is the leader of the camp. And the guy says, "What are you doing out there?" And he's like, "I believe they're surviving." And you're like, "Okay, well, are you surviving? What's gonna happen?" And they said, "The more they survive, the weaker they become, right? Or the opposite, the more they evolve, the stronger they become." Now, in Walking Dead, they do establish something which is similar, which is, okay, well, these body, if they don't eat, they die from the inside. They eat it, this type of stuff. Okay, I'm gonna have to go for the batteries. Yeah, they eat themselves. Give me a second. My back. There you go. 5%. Okay, that's not a big deal. I got the battery. I I got hope, and I'm a fighter. So it's a freaking fight. So yeah, so we see this in The Walking Dead. After a while, the body are starting to decompose, and the zombie become weaker and weaker and weaker. Now with Jade, what she's saying is, if they're evolving, are they devolving? Are they evolving themselves, right? So are they becoming weaker with age, or are they becoming stronger? Now, what is she truly hopeful for is that they develop a kind of intellect, and that they become sentient beings which are able to think for themselves. And then what they think when she thinks about is cohabitation. Now, a show that does it very well is Tokyo Ghoul. So Tokyo Ghoul is a story of ghouls which act like zombies and human, right? Now, ultimately speaking, there's a group of pacifist ghoul that are they're still eating humans. So what they do is they're giving the body of the dead. So for example, people who unalive themselves, people who are disfigured, people who want to be incinerated, they'll give them some of the meat, right? So then there's this piece there. So cohabitation is possible. Now I'm going to stop the video here. I'm going to redo it because I don't want to hold it because I'm lazy. Sounds good? Sounds right. Okay, so now I have to check if I still uploaded this. Uh-huh. I have to go here, I feel. Okay, chilling. I look around me. Oh. And we're back as promised. Don't blink, it's your boy Ink. Welcome to Commentary Show. Hope you guys are doing well, so having a wonderful day on the 25th September 25. Here's part 3 of our Resident Evil review. Sorry, we were dealing with problem with the are we good? I'm afraid we're not gonna have enough time for the tournament. Shit. We're back with some of Resident Evil. I didn't have enough storage, but while we were surviving out there, I managed to upload a big video which was 8 gig, and then we're about to delete that. So for the rest of the night, I don't have problem with anything, which is cool. Cool. No doubt. Yes. Next. Always making sure that my playthrough are doing good, and that you are doing good. Good. That's the last one. Good. My trusty computer mouse. Why do we call it the mouse? I don't know. So then we realized that, and this is kind of cool because the guy, he's a trader outpost, and he's telling like, hey, we only take things that we can trade, right? And then he saw Jade, and he says if she is of any worth, and she turns out to be one of the most popular person, or the most researched person by Umbrella. So she's a big payday. So what he's gonna do, he's gonna betray her. But at the same time, he never hid himself. He never hid himself for betraying her. He's like, yeah, we trade what we can. We survive thanks to what we trade. And you're a big ticket, so this is how we survive. The need of a few versus the need of a many. So there you go. So this is kind of an important scene, right? So you're seeing that they're doing tests, and you know that they're doing tests. And then Billy sees rabbits, and she's like, okay, well, they're animal testing. So if there's something that happened to this animal, they're testing on it. They can die from it. Now, this is super cool because ultimately speaking, animal testing is normal. I don't think it's pro. If I could avoid it, I would avoid it. But it happens, right? It is normal in the sense of it's been going on for decades. Do I think it's fair? No, I don't think it's fair to test cosmetic products on animals. I think it's stupid. Right? However, with Billy Case, this is kind of nice because with Billy Case, we establish her as a vegan, right? As a vegan, and a vegan who is mindful of animal well-being. So because she's mindful of animal well-being, she's like, yes, guess what? I'm mindful of how they're treated, and this is not okay. So this is cool because you see a character, you establish her belief system, and then you challenge that belief system, which is super cool. The classic men of science and men of faith. So you have the two sisters once again talking, and this is cool because now Billy is obsessed with the fact that she saw kids. She saw animal being tested on. Now, ultimately speaking, this is kind of a weird thing because Billy has been acting so passively the whole episode, and now she has a something. Now suddenly she's ready to fight. So it's kind of odd, but Jade is understanding. So ultimately, what this does is this led them to go to. This is super cool. They go to the they go to the Umbrella Lab, and this is stupid because they're gonna dress up, they're gonna have costume, blah 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 blah. It's meant to be a big scene, but it's not a big scene because there's nobody. There's nobody. They don't have to hide. It's just something dumb. It is just something dumb. So then you start seeing footage of human tests. You start seeing footage of animal tests, and it's kind of nuts, you know. So you legit got, and this is kind of cool because you got a two version, right? You got Jade, and this I gotta say is possibly the best scene of this first episode. So you got Jade who see this person who's talking about, yo, this virus is going crazy. There's problem, and there's really this person, right? And then you got Jade who see these animals, and she's like, okay, well, this is bad. This is bad. Now, what is really cool here? This is called the Tijuana. The video file is called the Tijuana incident. Tijuana has been mentioned before as a mistake that Umbrella did. So what is that mistake? It's not mentioned. However, this video exists and it's establishing what is the incident, which is super cool. You see a bunch of people getting killed, which is kind of important because they're possibly all infected, and this is to establish that the virus spread quickly or doesn't spread quickly. That's pretty much it. So Billy, what she does is what she shouldn't do, and this is super nice because the Joy trial. Why is that important? We know the medication is called Joy, right? And then Whisker is asking a fantastic question. So he's like, okay, well, first of all, the T virus is not good, and then his questioning comes in the form of, you know, this person, right? And he knows this person. This person is doing well. She's healthy. She's happy. She doesn't need to take the medication, but she's still taking the medication. So like, okay, well, my problem is not with the product. My problem is abusing said product. Tim is a good person. Tim is a new friend of mine, and Tim is the guy that told me to do the Resident Evil marathon to add. He just commented on the video. He told me to do the movie in itself. Without Tim, what are we doing right now? We're not doing it. So I appreciate you, Tim. It's kind of crazy being reliant on something like that, which is dumb because you shouldn't be reliant on people. But sometimes being reliant on people is nice. So she frees the dog. Now I gotta say the makeup for the dog is kind of crazy. Kind of crazy. You see the dog and you really see him being fucked up. Now I gotta say that this is really, really cool because in most Resident Evil game, the dog is gonna be an enemy. We saw it in the first one, which is Resident Evil 0, it's in the second, and it's in the third one. So the dog being there is a classic of Resident Evil. Billy get bitten, and Jade save her. Now, what that mean? And that is so super cool. Now Billy is bitten, which is the first human trial. Now, ultimately speaking, is how does this transfer? So, for example, if it's through the medication and the transformation or the infection, what should we call it? Infection is through medication. It happens in one way. Now, this is super cool. This is super cool because we're seeing the facts. So, for example, right, in Tijuana, you see all of these people that are sick, right? And now we have a person that just got bitten, and you can actually do tests, possibly find an antidote. See, it's a thing to release the product out there. Releasing the product with a countermeasure, with a counter plan for it, is even better. You should see how comfy I am. Look at this. Comfy as hell, baby. As hell. Can't believe we died already. Shit. But it's no bueno. Okay. So now, this is the end of the episode. So we're going to do episode number 2. Now before we continue, we have a very important thing to do. And this is because, oh, I can't. I can't. Fuck. I can't. How much percentage do you have? Okay, I can. What am I saying? I can't. I got this friend with whom we had a little argument, and I don't feel like having an argument, so I'm gonna post on TikTok because then they'll see them live. We'll do it in the morning when I have more energy and more time. And now we have 30 minutes for 2 playthrough to end. No. No. By the way, the gaming channel just reached 394, and the normal channel is 5732. That's pretty good. Now I have to go in the thing, and I have to go with Resistance Reborn. So this is episode 69, and it says 3 hours and 24 minutes and 42 seconds. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go here. Also, this is pretty good because, believe me not, when you upload video like this, it takes battery. A phone that's uploading takes more batteries. So this is because it's more charged than this, and this is going to be able to work for longer without having to be charged. This is kind of good. So we're going to do episode 70. 3 weeks and we have 70 episodes out. Of course, with this one you have to restart the application, which is not a big deal. So episode number 2, called The Devil. Now this episode starts with what? So this episode starts with current Jade being betrayed by a group of traders that sold her to Umbrella. Now, fun fact is, the guy that told her you're looked by Umbrella is saying your sister is looking for you. Now, ultimately speaking, I'm gonna be honest. The first time that I watched the show, I didn't watch the subtitle. So I didn't know that the main character and the future was called Jade. I didn't know that was called Jade. I was like, okay, well, what's the point? And ultimately speaking, it's a powerful thing to do what you're doing right now, which is to show the past with the future. You don't need to have same characters. You can just show like a family, a normal family, and the affection how it started, and a backflash. And then what I would do if I was doing like a zombie thing, what I would do is I would literally create this guy, right, and this guy, and I would put it on a boat, right, and something happened on the boat, and he had to take a I don't know what I would do, but I would find him. In the first episode, I would make him kill a zombie, and in the second episode, I would give him the zombie family, and you learn at the end that the guy who killed, the zombie you killed was the guy that you just saw. So you took the first episode, which is a dude called Ink, right? And Ink kills a zombie called, I don't know, Boom Candy. Then you realize that there's a family, right? And the father is always being called Papa. And then you realize that he gets infected. And then the last scene is you see the house and you see the letterbox, the Boom family. So you realize that this is the same guy. Yeah, that's what I would do if that was me. Where did this idea come from? From a game called Little Nightmare. So Little Nightmare is a game where you play this kid that's trying to escape because he's going to be eaten alive, right? And I love Little Nightmare. And the DLC, you play as this character, right? And if you play the game before the DLC, you realize that your character is kind of the bad guy. So your character being kind of the bad guy eats somebody. He eats a gnome, which is someone that's helping. Gnomes are people that help you during the game. So then you realize at DLC that you play as this character, right? As this kid. And then you don't know what's going on with the kid. You don't know who it is. You don't know why it's important. It doesn't matter, right? Until you realize that, no, this kid is actually important, and this kid was actually you. I'm gonna die before the tournament ends. Schnitzel. 15%, I have to be careful about that. Okay. So next, the devil. To escape Umbrella, Jade has to ask a help from them. Okay. Cool. So Jade is being betrayed. They tell him that they're looking for his sister. Now this is a cool thing, right? So Jade is at the edge of the town, and at the other edge of the town, on the other side of the edge, there's a zombie. So she has a choice between this umbrella and the zombie. And this is kind of cool because the guy that betrayed her basically said something like, "You dance with the devil you don't know." This is super cool. And now you establish her as a fighter. So basically, you have a dude that saved her. I don't remember why he saved her. I don't remember why he saved her. So Wesker found out that his daughter is bitten. Now, ultimately speaking, I don't remember why he saved her. You see, people are insane, but it's Saturday night, so it's normal. People are possibly drunk. So Whisker, which they're saying multiple times in the show, you're a lousy father, you're a piece of shit father. Go work. That's all you need to know. That's all you know how to do. And then, like I said, he's working. And the cool scene here is that when he sees Billy, instead of turning her in, he's trying to heal her. And this is cool because you got Jade that's worried. And the two sisters, you realize are the result or the product of the situation. For example, right here you got Whisker that wants to help carry Billy, but Jade stopped him, and she does carry Billy. So ultimately speaking, they see that the two kids are they have this shitty situation and set up for each other. So this is often seen with the older siblings when the parents are shit. It's a symptom. I don't remember the name of it, but it's a symptom. So then Jade, no matter how hard she tries, she ends up the guy who saved her get bitten, which is kind of insane. And here, what I do like is Jade try to save him. So what's an important scene? Is because the guy, he saved her, and then she knew that she could save him, but she still tried. And this is speaking of other characters. She gets in the car and she run away. You got Billy, who is bitten, and this is cool because you got every single character, right? Every single characters that are part of Umbrella asking Whisker what happened. And Whisker here, what he does is kind of heroic. What he does is he covered himself with blood, and he said, "Hey, somebody tried to came in, and I don't know who it is, but they attacked me." So then, instead of blaming his daughter, he comes in, and this is there you go. 55. Oh shit! Guess what? Why are you stopping right now? Why are you stopping right now? You stop. The two of them stop. I didn't have the fucking time, dude. Are you kidding me? I didn't have the time. Gosh darn it. Fuck. God damn it. That's bad. I didn't have the time to finish the turns. They stopped at 55. This is super cool. This is a really nice scene. So she is in charge of Umbrella. She is one of the big hats of Umbrella. And what she does, she big dick Whisker. What she says is, "You know that you're only here because I allow you to be here." So this is cool because they just said that. So you think that Whisker is this badass, but he isn't. He is not on the top of the chain. So I think that she knows it's the girl. I think that she knows it's the girl. You see, we watched that yesterday and I already don't remember. Well, it was more than 24 hours ago. So, okay, the next morning, Billy is showing bad signs. Now, this is really cool because Whisker in itself, possibly, it kind of makes sense. He possibly checked for symptoms for the other group, which was in Tijuana. It's like, okay, well, I know how the virus would do. I know if she's infected. Now, ultimately speaking, there's no proof, there's no saying that we saw somebody gets infected, right? We don't know that. We just know that there was somebody that got infected, got erratic, attacking people. It's not like if this person had preconceived notion of violence. It's not like we know the person was. They just start attacking people, and they associate that with the virus. That's basically what you see. You got is super cool because um she takes a you got Jade who takes a car and this I remember though. This I remember. So we got this is super cool because we get the slums and how it acts. So why is that important? Because what you saw in the first episode is a camp, right? So it's people that are surviving out there. Now what you see here is a city. Is a city that's already established, and we see how bad it is. Now this is kind of cool because we got two people coming in. You got Jade who is running away, and you got the guy from Umbrella. Why is that cool? Well, because the guy from Umbrella is a suit, as they say in common language, and Jade is a normal person. So why is that important? Well, because Jade is our main character, but the suit possibly has more power, but it's their the influences in the city. So Jade, she goes to see this guy. Um, ouch. Okay. This doesn't connect. It doesn't connect. Give me a second. I need to check out if there's battle flights. Because if there's not, I'm gonna sleep a little bit. Okay, there's no battles. Anna was live. Shit. I want to support Anna. She's a good person. Fuck. Sorry, Anna. 56%. Okay. My back. Yeah, we'll skip a little bit. It's okay. I'm gonna show you something kind of cool here. We're gonna go here, and we're gonna do something kind of special. So this, I strongly recommend against doing this. But hey, when in Rome, do as a Roman. So why is that dangerous? Because I risk the chance. You know what? Let's do it like that, okay? I hate doing this. %. 3%. Charging, okay. It does seem to be okay. So now what you do is you open the wire and then you just move it. So why you do that is because then you guys are gonna see the wire. I'm gonna get complaining. Oh, it's your wire, dude. Yeah, no shit. Charging phones, bruh. Never heard of that? I have to stop. I'll be right back.
Means I used to watch your videos. Why are you stalking the subreddit when they stole money from you? Why do you think guys my guy tried to help you this way? He thought you despised got overweight. Only you to do it. Everything I do brings this vitriol, no matter what. So it gets to the point where it's like I just don't do anything. Like, why would I answer a question on Reddit? I'm just gonna get called like a pedophile or something like that. I'm not. Just to make it clear. Yeah, it still happens. It's gonna continue to happen until the day I die, man. That's just the way the cookie crumbles. Like people use that to like kill every sponsor or like thing I have to make money. Like I lost DoorDash, Stream Element. because of like me being over the top and trying to be funny and entertaining. I'm a rusty old bogus. I'm at Skittly, the one we went through now, where you came by the party where I live. They didn't know we were going to do this, like just hide the whole catwalk in front of my screen. There's no gadgets. You can't use the gadget. Oh, that one didn't count, though. It didn't count. You're not allowed to use stun. He was cheating. No MA, no jump. This guy's continually jumping. Hey, whatever. I hope you found the real talk. It's happening like that. I'll throw my controller. Please cancel this stream.
We do have gloves. We only have like 10. I mean,
I got you. Is it only going to be bunker or it's only bunker? So the rules is you got to come through the bunker, double doors, and anything off. Alright, boys.
On a lâché ce jeu-là, man. Pourquoi je suis encore à ça? Pourquoi j'ai mis de l'argent dans ce jeu-là? Pourquoi je suis à ça, man? Ben non, hein?
Let's get dancing along.
Oh yeah, when he's taking out the roots, bro took notes for that one. Yeah, I like to see it, man. I like to see it. All right, let's look for it.
you like it? You're lucky.
Yeah, what is it? Jinx and Isha.
Oh, how
You're late for Steak Miles Freak and Muppets. You like it? You like it? You're lucky. I didn't get to do much of this with my order, sis. She was more into hitting things. I had a different game back then. You know? Stupid, right? I thought I was ready for good, but you kind of remind me of her.
You show the best.
You're late for Steak Miles Freak and Muppets.
Fuck. Fuck, dude. Come on. Be a man, bro. Be a man. I mean, no fucking cry, bro. Okay, let's go. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. And we're charging. We're good.
I didn't know you were gonna do this, like just hide the whole time. I thought the rules that you got to engage. Like you got the idea is you meet at the door and you fight right at the door.
Oh,
Stop moving. No, like
gosh,
the whole idea is
darn it.
You can tell me when it's
It's over. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Got a long list, so it's over. They tell you I'm insane. But I got a blank space, baby. And I'll write your name. Go.
I gotta stop being aggressive because Diamond Skill will not move.
When was Arcane release?
Right, but I've never seen Bunker Wars where the guy just won't move. We're about to be spending 5 minutes every match because I'm gonna start holding angles like Skittle. Like I'm the one to spend the aggressive one every round. Locate and defuse the bomb. I'm back, bro. Damn. Okay. I did not expect. I was opening the door. We're gonna be here for a minute though, man. Like for real.
Nah, it's not long. Me and Chi got for longer. So at least the rounds went up higher.
Yeah, but you and Chica actually had the gunfights.
Yeah, we were playing aggressive. Nah, me and Chi got after one.
November 2024.
Camping the entire time, just passing around.
Arcane? Arcane a year later. Mm.
I would love to 1v1 these guys. Hold on, yo. Hydra, let me 1v1.
I mean, I don't know why you're asking me.
Let me 1v1 Skittle. Come on, I can end that game quick.
I wanna fucking sleep, dude.
Like, you girl definitely enjoys it. No Dr. Greg. No Dr. Greg. Fucking cat walked to me in front of my screen. Headshot. What's the YouTube song?
Mm-hmm. But I needed one more, dude.
What? I want to see his fucking screen. Like, honestly, like, how did he see me?
Probably taking advantage. That should be happening sometimes.
Wow. Has there been a headshot yet? Wow, 2 lucky kills. Wow, that was nice. It's not allowing me to it's just grabbing. I like around like 8 minutes. All the subscribers are 5 hours as long as you can send messages. You subscribe.
Bullshit, dude. Like, every time he hits the head, he doesn't hit nothing else. I'm still wondering how Skittle knew I was standing there as the Jonka and then Free Fire.
No, my mic was muted. I said your arm was sticking out.
Somebody, oh man, why you say your arm was sticking out? I was really about to say it's gonna be Jenny, man. I know you did, but I'm sorry. It's just a lot.
Yeah, you forget to not say it.
Anyway, my bad. I gotta stay
Look
humble.
at Skittle still hasn't left the fucking bunker.
So this is Vaseline. Yeah, I'm just calling Vaseline at this point.
Take Rose to Waterloo.
Yeah, it's a great idea.
Es porque acuáticas para pobres.
That's awesome.
I'll kill your dad.
What? Oh, you'll kill him? In the back.
Epic bets.
How did you get a woman?
Qu'est-ce que t'as fait aujourd'hui? C'est certain que t'aimes les queues, toi. Il a dû se faire défoncer par ce par-là, tu Ouais, ça l'arrête pas, ça, qu'est-ce que ça sert?
On va raconter une vraie histoire. Le gars qui m'appelle pour me dire qu'il est en train de demander avec sa blonde la première fois qu'il couche avec.
C'est vrai. C'est quoi, c'est vrai? Merci, Jimmy, merci, Bazinga, c'est vrai. C'est quoi? C'est vrai. J'étais stressé de fourrer avec ma blonde, je bandais au début. Merci, Jimmy, merci.
Pas de confiance, hein?
C'est vrai. Non, man, c'est vrai.
There was too much of one just him sitting back watching.
You were making your way downtown.
Walking fast, faces past. Nessie, where are you homebound?
Yeah.
No. And I miss you. Scott, look at that trebuchet, dude.
It's not a trebuchet, you fucking
Pause. Why are you so angry about medieval weaponry?
guy who knows about nothing talks with confidence. Classic.
Boom, Riz.
Riz, this is advertising.
No, but
One shattered.
You think what?
Someone in my comments told me to look up Megascrafty. I'm like, oh, it's cool. I haven't seen Megascrafty yet. Let's see what Pokemon is cooking up.
Beautiful people. And, well, thanks, mate. Yeah, no, it's, to me, Comic-Cons are an thanks, man. And, they're a way for actors to see.
Here's your dinner, boo.
Oh, thank you.
Welcome.
Hungry.
Enjoy. How's your rice? How's your rice?
It's a little lacking in flavor, but it's okay. It's a little cold too, but it's fine. It's all right.
You want me to warm it up?
It's okay. We don't need to.
Do you have enough egg rolls?
Yeah, I got enough.
Good.
I got plenty.
Good.
I think I'm good.
Here's your dinner, boo.
Oh, thank you.
When she said, "Is your dinner boo?" You knew the trap. And I missed her live. Shit la merde.
Qu'est-ce que t'as fait aujourd'hui? Je suis certain que t'aimes les queues, toi. Il a dû se faire défoncer par-ci par-là, c'ti.
Dit-il
Moi, ça a l'air x5, qu'est-ce que ça sert à quoi?
Hey, on va raconter une vraie histoire. Le gars qui m'appelle pour me dire qu'il est en train de bander avec sa blonde la première fois qu'il couche avec.
C'est vrai. C'est vrai. Tu sais quoi, c'est vrai. Merci Jimmy, merci Bazinga, c'est vrai. Tu sais quoi? C'est vrai. J'étais stressé de fourrer avec ma blonde, je bandais pas au début. Merci Jimmy,
Vraiment
merci.
sans confiance, hein?
C'est vrai. Non, man, c'est vrai. C'est quoi, j'ai un problème d'estime de soi, c'est for real, man. Merci Jimmy, merci man.
Rabaisser le monde comme
Probablement que c'est pour ça, mon gars. Mais ça reste que c'est drôle pis c'est payant, mon gars.
T'as le droit.
Moi, ça l'est moins pour toi. Ben ouais, il était nerveux, ça arrive exactement. J'étais nerveux, man, esti. Je tripais sur cette fille-là, je bandais pas quand c'était le temps, c'est vrai, man. C'est vrai. C'est vrai, gros.
Bon.
C'est vrai, gros. C'est vrai.
C'est correct. T'as le droit, man. Chacun ses
Pis
problèmes.
c'est pas un secret, gros, je l'ai déjà dit.
Chacun ses
secret,
problèmes.
gros. Je l'ai déjà dit.
Chacun ses problèmes, Boyardi, y a pas de
Merci,
problème.
Mathis. Mais aujourd'hui, ça bande, hein, ça y va. Ça y va un peu. Merci, Mathis. Bande-vous. Ouais, bro, man, ça l'arrive, bro, des fois, man. Ça l'arrive.
Tu sais, tu ris du monde qui veulent s'essayer avec des trans, mais toi, par exemple, t'as de la misère à bander devant ta blonde, mais là, elle bande bien.
C'est arrivé une
Ouais,
fois.
c'est arrivé une fois, mais c'est pas grave. Pas grave, ma gars, c'est pas grave. C'est pas grave, mon gars. C'est pas grave.
Ouais, non.
C'est pas grave, mon gars. C'est pas grave. C'est parce que toi, t'as pas de chance vraiment d'aller voir des belles filles, là. Ça, c'est sûr. C'est pour ça.
C'est sûr.
Merci, Mathis.
Pas de chance. Non.
T'as pas de problème avec ça. Voir des filles, là.
Ouais, non.
Il y a mieux sucer les pénis.
Ah oui, ben
Merci,
oui.
Mathis.
Good.
Il y a mieux les pénis, ça, c'est sûr. Ça, c'est sûr, les pénis.
Salut, Julie. Bon, fait qu'on va-tu rester là, guys, à regarder Boyardi me ridiculiser pis on fera rien tout ce temps-là, ou... Salut, Amélie.
Charles qui te bombe. Tu cœurs-tu pour regarder, tu peux se prendre la droite ou la gauche?
J'étais un gars de gauche, moi.
Bon, on se laisse ridiculiser, c'est correct.
Arrête de rire de lui, c'est un dieu. Merci, Jimmy, merci, Suzy. Welcome back.
Merci, on l'a eu.
Welcome back sur le béton.
Toi deux, guys. Tout est doublé, guys. Let's go, let's go.
Merci, Jimmy, merci, les gars. Attendez 2 secondes, man. Je veux juste montrer un petit quelque chose. Merci au trésor. Juste si je peux le retrouver vite, là. Juste vite, là. Merci, Kev. Merci tout le monde.
5, c'est x5, guys, come on!
Thank you, mon Jimmy!
Ça remonte, guys, ça remonte.
Merci au trésor. Encore en train de perdre. Attends un peu, reste là, man, ça va. Merci, Jimmy, au trésor.
Ça monte encore, guys, faites attention.
Merci, Jimmy.
Let's go!
J'ai reçu quoi, une moto, gros?
Démon.
Démon! Merci, Sean, le gros.
Il est à 1400. Ah, non.
Thank you, mon démon, tabarnak. Le gars qui est venu dans les commentaires, on m'a dit toujours en train de perdre. T'es où? Yo, merci, les gars. D'autres gars.
T'as vraiment pas
T'es dans le ranking, gros, je suis dans le rank. Qu'est-ce que t'as coché, ça valait quoi, tabarnak?
Ça n'a pas de sens.
Ah non, je suis pas d'accord, je suis pas encore dedans.
Voyons donc. Non, c'est pas sa blonde, c'est Demon. Demon m'a jamais aimé, fait que c'est quoi que tu t'en fais perdre?
T'es le meilleur, c'est toi le boss, c'est toi le boss, c'est toi le meilleur. C'est vous qui êtes le meilleur ici. Moi, je suis qu'une merde, en train de quêter sur TikTok, mon gars.
Regarde, guys. Merci, Marie, on va essayer la gang, c'est smart. Guys, j'ai personne à battre sur Boyardi, c'est triste, mais il y a personne d'autre.
Il là.
On va le mettre avec Mohamed Ali, là, sacrément.
Allez, les gars, bougez pas de là. Es-tu stressé, McBoy?
Non. Je trouve juste cave.
Pourquoi?
C'était vraiment cave.
Pourquoi?
C'était cave. C'est juste cave. Tout ça pour de l'argent, voyons, c'est vraiment sans dessin.
Ah oui, tout ça pour de l'argent, gros? Non, bro. Toi, tu fais ça, tout ça pour l'argent. Comme l'argent que tu dois, tu vas jamais rembourser. Tu me mens. Puis gros, avant même, tu faisais des bateaux avec moi, tu te parlais de ma blonde, t'es comme on insulte pas ma blonde. Puis là, vous t'embarques là-dedans. T'embarques dans tout ça. Pourquoi? Pour te faire tu utilises les gens qui m'aiment pas, pour me bâcher, moi, puis ma blonde, pour essayer de criminer avec eux autres pour te faire de l'argent, mon gars. Quand t'as rien de te voiler la face tout le temps comme ça. Comme un hostie d'hypocrite, mon gars. Comme la fois, dès que t'as dit, moi, je suis sauvé des gros, tout ça pour de l'argent. T'inventes de la merde, le gros, pour faire exister. Femme ta gueule, femme ta crise de gueule. Moi, je me cache pas, big. Je dis que je suis là, mon gars, mon gars, j'invente rien. J'invente fuck all, big. Pourquoi tu m'inventes une maladie ou whatever, gros, pour avoir de l'argent? Tirage, le gros, pour avoir de l'argent, femme ta gueule, big. Arrête, femme ta gueule, femme ta gueule.
Ah, bon.
Sois honnête, le gros, avec ça, tes preuves là. Le tirage, là, du fond, tu l'as tiré ou tu l'as pas tiré?
Ouais.
Tu l'as tiré? Ouais. Même en sachant que j'ai les preuves, le gros, de prouver le contraire.
Tu sais quoi,
tu mens, mon gars.
Tu sais quoi, le plus drôle?
Vas-y.
C'est que je t'ai dit ce que tu voulais entendre en tabarnak, là. Je savais que c'était pour faire ça maintenant.
Non, big, femme ta gueule, gros. Femme ta gueule, mon gars. Même en sachant que j'ai les preuves qu'il a pas tiré son esti.
C'est sûr que t'étais pour faire ça.
Big. Là, je vais t'en donner une dernière chance. Non, parce que gros, je dévoile toute la va, big. Il s'en va, même. Il s'en va. Oui, c'est quelqu'un, oui, c'est moi qui fais des faux tirages pour l'argent, femme ta gueule, big. Puis juste parce que Chris, c'est son gars, mon gars, check-moi bien, man. Check-moi bien, big, je vais tout prouver, man. Je vais prouver tout, là, que son tirage, c'est fake, ok? 2 secondes, les gars. Ça sera pas long, c'est ça que je cherche depuis tantôt, big. Et là, ton mec, il va fermer son live, puis il va aller essayer de supprimer toute la conversation que j'ai eu avec moi.
Est-ce que tu cherches une vidéo?
Non, je cherche les messages vocaux de lui qui me dit ah, gros, je vais pas vraiment faire tirer, big, c'est fake. Pis tout, le gros. Check ça. J'essaie vraiment, man. Pourquoi ça marche pas, bro? Elle a fait fake, check, j'appuie sur le vocal, ça marche pas. Ça donne des sorties de lac, man. Dès que je m'en fous, gros, je te transfère toute live des vocaux avec des faces, man. Avant qu'il ferme tout ça, là. Ouais, bon, ça fait tellement longtemps que j'ai pas touché celle-là, big, là, que ça lag mal sale. Fait que j'envoie ça, tire, essaie de l'écouter, voir si ça marche. Je sais pas si c'est ça, man. Mais elle est pas trop fort, juste pour que ça soit pas ça, parce que je veux pas tout. Ouais, même si c'est bloqué, il va pas se supprimer quand même. Fait que j'envoie ça aussi. Bam. Tu me dis, ça va de quoi?
Je me suis marqué.
Ça marche pas? T'as bien mis le Wi-Fi, Chris?
Ouais.
Ok. Fait que j'envoie ça aussi.
Tu m'as envoyé?
Ouais.
Ouais.
T'as soigné? Putain, fais chier! Les gars, je l'ai pas la technique, tabarnak.
C'est trop vieux, fait que genre.
C'est trop vieux, ça marche pas, quoi.
Ouais.
Attends, il y a peut-être écrit whatever.
On va regarder ça. Vas-y, voyons. Montre toutes les conversations, montre toutes les preuves. Est-ce que tu vas te sentir bien après?
Non, mais je veux juste que tu sois honnête, mon gars, parce que tu parles d'honnêteté. T'es capable d'être honnête?
Vas-y, ça va se faire bien.
Non, mais bro, t'es capable d'être honnête.
Vas-y, je te dis.
Le gros, t'as fait un faux tirage pour avoir de l'argent, pis t'as jamais donné le téléphone. Tu l'as jamais donné?
Ben, il a donné le téléphone, je l'ai pas. Il est où?
Mais non, ce que je te dis, c'est que t'as fait un tirage, le gros.
Où le téléphone, ça n'a pas été donné?
C'est pas réponds à la question, c'est un faux tirage.
Il est où le
Est-ce que c'est un vrai tirage ou c'est un faux tirage?
Il est où le téléphone qui n'a pas été donné? Je te pose la question, toi, réponds-y. Tu peux bien sortir la convo, ce que je t'ai dit que j'allais faire un faux tirage pour faire du cash. Je te l'ai dit en privé, c'est vrai, t'es vas-y, sans
Non, mais dans le mon gars, mais dans le tu l'avoues, tu l'avoues.
Je te dis la raison pourquoi je t'ai dit ça, voyons.
Pourquoi?
Parce que je savais que t'étais pour utiliser ça contre moi.
Side, mon gars. Side, mon gars.
Il est où le téléphone? Il est où le
Bro,
téléphone?
est-ce que quand t'as fait ton faux tirage, dès que j'ai commencé à parler de ça, je t'ai dit, c'est fake, moi, c'est bro. Il a vendu des. Parce que moi, je peux pas mettre. Mais bro, tu parles d'honnêteté. Juste une chose, tu parles d'honnêteté, tu parles, gros, d'une conversation que j'ai eu avec toi qui est supposée d'être privée. Tu le dévoiles à tout le monde, mais bro, de toute façon, tu viens de le dire. Tu viens de dire, et voilà, tu viens de l'avouer, qu'est-ce que tu
Parce que je savais que
des gens pour un faux concours. Il a volé des gens pour un faux concours à donner un téléphone.
du monde encore. Ça, je suis même pas rentré dans mon argent.
Mais t'es pas rentré dans ton argent pareil, il y a des gens qui ont participé. Toi-même, t'es de centaines de pièces.
Est-ce qu'il écoute ce que je dis ou il fait
Oui, j'écoute ce que tu dis, bro. Mais tu viens de dire que c'était fake. Tu viens de dire que c'était fake, de toute façon, ton tirage. Vas-y, j'écoute, vas-y.
Non, mais dans le fond, t'écoutes pas quand on parle, c'est plus ça.
Vas-y, j'écoute.
Non, vas-y, ton idée, voyons, c'est correct.
Tu peux rien à dire, tu peux pas te défendre. De toute façon, tu fais faire des aveux de retour dans ton
Les aveux de quoi? C'est une application, tu penses que je m'en calisse pas?
Mais c'est ça.
Vous vivez comme si c'était la vie réelle. Et moi, je fais comme ça, là. Je continue ma vie à l'extérieur.
Mais ça va l'air que non, parce que tu viens tout le temps.
Certainement, si je viens,
Ça va l'air que non, tu viens tout le temps, big.
parce que ça me tente.
And we're back.
Parce que ça me tente. Tu peux passer 3-4 semaines sans venir. Comprends-tu?
Tu m'as parlé d'honnêteté, j'ai sorti l'honnêteté.
Parce que il n'y a pas eu de vol, toi, des calices de l'autre bord.
Big, t'as volé des gens qui ont participé comme
J'ai
chose.
volé, rien. Est-ce que t'es tonton? Accepte le bâton, là.
Non, accepte le bâton, merci Mathis, merci.
Là, tu vas me laisser parler, t'es fier de m'écouter?
Mais Big, vas-y, c'est parce que tu dis rien.
Oh my god. Pas compliqué, ce que j'ai dit. Ce que j'ai dit, c'est que je t'ai écrit ça en privé parce que je savais que t'étais pour t'en servir un moment donné.
Mais tu l'as vraiment fait, merci de le voir.
Non, parce que j'en ai plus le téléphone, il serait où?
Ok. Tu t'aurais pu le vendre, peut-être que tu l'as gros caché quelque part.
Tu peux pas.
Attends, mais pour vraiment, il y a quelqu'un qui m'a envoyé des preuves comme quoi, gros. Attends une seconde, bouge pas de là, merci de le voir, merci de le voir. Attends, mais bouge pas de là, gros.
Ah, couscous, viens pas t'en mêler, toi, avec, là. D'accord, liste de toi aussi, le ciao, bye. Bon, fait que c'est mon procès à soir, voyons dire, là.
Non, mais Big, tu veux parler d'honnêteté, tu vas me faire passer pour un esti crosseur, mon gars, on va le couper en esti.
C'est moi, je t'ai fait passer pour un crosseur.
Je m'en calisse, Big, tu me dis que je suis là pour le cash, gros. Je suis pas vrai, tout, je m'en calisse pour remonter. Un esti, t'es là pour le cash, tout, mon Big.
Hey, Big, vas-y.
Hey, Big, vas-y. Je m'en calisse, gros. On va sortir cette affaire sur tout. Non, mais j'ai même pas organisé. Tu viens de dire, esti, qui est calisse. Tu viens de dire toi-même, esti, que ça regarde.
Max, t'es dans la personne qui sait encore, yes.
Mais c'est ça qui arrive, c'est que toi, quand tu prends un break, les gens ils oublient vite. Tu fais un live, mon gars, tu fais gifter, tu fais aimer. Les gens oublient vite, mon gars. Ils oublient vite, mais moi, je suis là pour leur rappeler.
Ok.
Je suis là pour leur rappeler.
Ok.
Là, c'est Mathieu sur le tarot de l'œil, là, le type. Puis c'est comme je te dis, je suis payé pour te rappeler à quel point t'es de merde. Je suis payé pour t'humilier. C'est ça la bonté de tout ça. Puis le pire, c'est que ça donne un incroyable show pour les spectateurs.
Je suis tellement humilié, là. Ah oui, je suis dans la marge jusqu'au cou. Attention, il va m'arriver quoi de grave.
My apologies.
Mais je suis encore lisse.
Mais t'as toujours été ça, la grande, tout le temps. Non, c'est ça, j'ai volé des burgers. Ah, guys, si vous savez, ça me dérange pas. Exactement, c'est ça. Moi, je connais la vérité dans ce
sens. Mais tu connais, ben oui, mais c'est, mais bro, tu viens de l'avouer, de toute façon.
J'ai dit que je t'ai écrit en privé, Boyardi.
Non, bon, tu l'as dit, Big.
Ah, ok. C'est un fanatique de Boyardi à tourner au bar.
Hey, Big, you le gars. Ça, tu vois, le grand gagnant là-dessus.
Mais Big, il a déjà parlé. Ça fait un bout, là. Hey, c'était quand, c'était la joie, t'en rappelles-tu, Boyardi?
Les gars, c'était son chummy. C'était son chummy.
T'es arrivé quand, c'était la joie, Boyardi?
C'était son chummy, les gars. Non, ça, Ouais, t'as son chummy. C'était ça, Chummy Big. C'était vrai ça qui m'avait dit. Regarde, je vais faire un Chummy Big. Il va parler de ça, ça va l'air convaincant.
C'est le même Dave.
Je vous le jure, c'est vrai, c'est véridique. Tout ce que je vous dis, c'est véridique. C'est vrai, là. J'invente pas pour faire le buzz puis faire chier. C'est véridique, les gars.
Exactement.
C'est très véridique. C'est très, très, très véridique. Puis c'est quoi? On s'en calisse des catégories du monde. On s'en calisse, le groupe, fait un faux tirage, mon gars. Je m'en calisse, moi.
Moi, je pensais vraiment. Aïe, le monde, vous pensez dans une série aux États-Unis, sacrément. Le SWAT chez nous.
Moi, je m'en calisse, j'ai pas participé, Big. Puis les gens, il y a plusieurs gens qui savaient que ça allait être une astuce d'arnaque, mais ils ont été tentés de quitter pareil, puis c'est tant pis pour eux, dans le fond. Tu comprends? C'est tant pis pour eux. Sorry, man, de dire ça. Il y a personne d'honnête vraiment sur cette plateforme de merde. Juste charrier, gros. Le nombre de milliers de pièces qu'il a fait, gros. Ils ont tout niqué que c'est faux concours de merde, là. Avec le collant collé dans le fond, c'est tout de la merde. C'est trop d'astuce de merde. Puis moi, c'est pour ça que je voulais pas faire le tirage. Moi, je l'aurais fait pour le tirage. J'aurais fait le tirage, je l'aurais fait pour le. C'est vrai, gros. C'est vrai. On est pas là comme toi, Big. Mais c'est quoi? Juste parce que, gros, je voulais pas être tenté à l'argent, puis garder. Hey, gros, là. Je vais muter, Big. Juste parce que je voulais pas être tenté à l'argent, puis faire comme. C'est quoi, gros, je vais garder, même chose. J'ai fait, fuck off, je fais pas de tirage, Big. Juste pour pas être tenté à vouloir faire accrocher le monde, Big. Parce que peut-être j'aurais été tenté à faire comme vous, les gars. Peut-être. Puis gros, ça le saura jamais parce que j'ai pas décidé de faire le move de faire des tirages. Quand est-ce que vous m'avez fait des tirages, les gars? Jamais.
Je savais qu'il était pour sortir ça, m'amener.
Ben oui, on s'en sert, c'est
confiance à personne, cette application-là, parce que toutes les fois, regardez ce que ça donne. On va faire plein d'histoires contre toi pour te rabaisser. Ce qui est plus drôle là-dedans, c'est que le gars, là, il va sortir une convo, je l'ai dit par moi-même, là. Tu sais? Ouais, mais Steve, ça dépend pas les personnes contre qui tu fais des battles. Ils vont trouver toujours le moyen d'essayer de te démolir pour après ça. Ok, encore là, le démolir. En quoi? Ce que j'ai dit était faux, man. J'ai juste sorti des faits, man. Ben, c'est qu'il y a d'autres messages. J'ai juste sorti des faits, man. Bon, fait que sur cette application-là, tu mieux parce que t'es pas d'assumer, non, parce que je m'en encore liste de ce que vous dites. Je m'en encore liste des
il y a un mec la longue,
qui disent, ouais, fait que je de plus de chance. Je sais pas d'où est-ce qu'il va sortir avec ma soeur tout parce qu'il y a rien avec ma soeur. Sur TikTok, c'est bien simple. Sur TikTok, les gens vont servir de tout contre vous autres. Parce que les autres, s'ils veulent gagner, ils veulent monter, faut qu'ils vous rappellent.
Ok, premièrement, si j'ai sorti ça, c'est que c'est un truc personnel que j'avais parlé. Moi qui ma blonde, par rapport à ça. Personnel, là. Puis de deux, ils parlent qu'ils étaient pas vraiment là pour l'argent, puis tout, mon gars. Mais bro, tu voles le monde avec des faux tirages. Tu me parles que t'es pas là pour le cas, arrête, Big, là. Moi, je vais sortir les faits, mais je vais prouver le contraire. C'est sûr que je vais prouver le contraire, mon gars.
C'est ça.
Il dit qu'il est honnête, tout, mon gars, je vais prouver le contraire en estime qu'il est pas honnête, mon fou.
Ça va tout le temps sortir des nouveaux faits, des nouvelles histoires sur le monde, ça va toujours être comme ça.
C'est ça qui est ça. C'est ça qui est ça.
Ça a toujours été ça, cette pièce.
Il a dit qu'il est honnête, merci, gars.
Viens donc,
merci, gars. C'est chien pour sa soeur, mais c'est pas contre. Merci, Mathis, merci, gars. Merci, Charlie, merci, gars. Savez-vous quoi, les gars? Giftez-moi même pas, man. Giftez-moi pas. Je mérite même pas faire du com là-dessus, moi non plus, Big. Je mérite même pas de faire de cash. Vous travaillez 40 heures semaine, vous vous levez pour aller travailler, puis vous giftez une nasty BS comme moi, man. C'est for real, là. Vous devriez même pas, man. Vous devriez même pas. Vous me faites vivre, vous travaillez pour être fucking surtaxé, man. Puis tout ça, ça va être des nasty BS comme moi, en plus de ça, vous giftez des nasty BS comme moi. Vous devriez juste garder vos sous, les gars. Donc, vous devriez pas gifter un nasty pauvre comme moi, man. Ça, c'est la vraie vérité, man. Vous devriez juste gifter personne sur TikTok. Vous devriez juste gifter personne. C'est ça qui est là. Mais si je suis pas payé, vous me voyez pas, je suis pas là, c'est ça qui est mal. Mais en même temps, bro, ça vous fait plus de cash. Ça vous fait plus d'argent pour vous garder votre famille, garder vos affaires, faire ce que vous avez à faire, man. Au moins, t'es honnête de tes os. Il faut, man, il faut, gros. Il faut, man. Fait comme je dis, man, gardez vos sous, man. Merci, gardez vos sous, tabarnak. Puis gros, c'est sûr, man, que demain, je vais être là. Mais c'est pas c'est sûr que demain, je vais être encore là. Pour essayer de faire du cash en TikTok. Puis gros, c'est sûr, je vais être tout à l'heure jusqu'à temps que ça marche plus pour moi, tu comprends? Mais honnêtement, là, on est 260 personnes ici. Vous êtes écœurés de voir des gens comme moi, Max Boy, Chahier, Zaki Pilote, Danick Bouchard, tout le monde, là, sur TikTok. Mais le jour que vous allez arrêter de gifter, que vous allez tout finir, que vous allez finir par gifter, là, qu'on fera plus d'argent, on sera plus là, les gars. On sera plus là, on va être en train de travailler avec vous autres, là. Qu'est-ce que tu dis, là? À jeu, man. 100% à jeu. 100% à jeu, gros. Heureusement.
Vous me tapez ses mains. Vous êtes juste des faux comptes. Allez faire un travailleur. C'est tout?
Ben, c'est ça, les boys. Fait que sur ça, j'espère que vous avez aimé le show. Moi, je vais éteindre ce live-là. Puis, merci à tous les gens qui ont gifté, qui ont été présents, qui ont tapoté. Merci Polo, merci Shady, gros. Merci à ceux qui ont laissé un petit pourboire pour le show. C'est vraiment apprécié. Vous avez décalé Max Boy, même ça, c'est vraiment apprécié. Merci Polo. Merci à vous autres, mon cap, man. Merci d'avoir été là. Puis, j'espère que vous avez aimé le show, for real. Qu'est-ce que t'as fait aujourd'hui? C'est un cercle comme les queues, toi. Il a se fait défoncer par là.
I don't feel like doing a fucking recap, but I have to. Don't blink if you're buying. With extremely low storage, because Whoops are having a wonderful day on this gorgeous 2025 September, of course. Right now we are inside because my battery is extremely low. We're going to be doing a small tire talk, and you know what? I'm going to do like this. It's going to be much better. Isn't that better? That is much better. So, for the tire talk, before we even start, I want you guys to understand the reaction. So I was supposed to do a no commentary, which I'm still going to do. But if I do a reaction, this is the first playthrough that I'm going to be able to put on the gaming channel and on a normal channel. So the thing with the tower, which is freaking phenomenal, by the way, is I spend every single minute that I spend playing, I give you 4 minutes of content. Pimple. Holy, that hurt. Wasn't ready to pop. So with this one, I could also do 6 minutes, 5 minutes, 1 minute for the gaming channel, 1 minute for the normal. So pretty smart. Now we do have a question for the resistance. The resistance The question for the resistance is, I'm gonna get very soon the perks, right? It's an hour 53. Well, I thought it was really soon. It's not soon at all. I'll possibly be sleeping. Do you know if I'm gonna get the perks? I'm gonna have to wait until the next match. Because if I have to wait until the next match, I'm gonna be focusing on tier 3 and tier 4. But if I have it right now, this is the best thing to do, right? So, what is the result we have? This is a good question. We lacked some time. Got to rank 13 with the crown, but it's in platinum, so not great. Because usually I would be able. Oh, for fuck's sakes. Okay, so now what's going on is Sword is lacking batteries. Telling you, we're playing so freaking much that it's always batteries missing. And if, for some reason, this wire doesn't charge properly. So how much did we get for the Sword? We got rank 23 of platinum. And this one we really did try. So this is disastrous. Now, we got Shield. Just gonna make sure. Shield's gonna be a bit harder to do. I was gonna do a recap of this is evil, but honestly, dude, this show sucks. So I'm not gonna do it right away. Ugh. I have to re-plug this, which I was afraid I was gonna do this. There you go. So you see, it's not charging. I don't know why it's not charging. Oh, can't you see? Oh, can't you see? Oh, can't you see? There you go. You're charging. Something is wrong with that wire for sure. Okay, we're back. So I'm gonna hide because I'm using the phone. How much did we get? We got finished rank 1 in gold. That means we go back to platinum. Now the coolest thing with the first rank in gold is you make 80 stone, and our rank, for fuck's sakes, dude. I'm sorry, this is horrible. I am working on a carton of ice cream. I'm not even joking. You can see it here. This is a carton of ice cream. I am charging the phone. And second part of our recap of the tower, our tower talk. So what happened? I tried to push it and we pressed the wrong button. So now the most important part, the resistance. Did we make it better than we were? I finished at rank 14, which is a lot better than what we used to do, which gives me 16 stone and 50 gems. So the gems are nice, the stones are okay. The gems are okay because I'm not gonna have, I have 41. So technically speaking, I do have enough to increase a level. So all in all, this is pretty freaking good. Anyway, I love you guys. Take it easy. This is part 2, so this is a small video. I am so sorry, but alas, we made mistakes and mistakes were made, and c'est la vie, as they say. I love you guys. Take it easy. Peace. Okay, so now, why are you... I fucked up. And second part. For fuck's sake, dude. Why aren't you the right way? Did we make it better than we were? I finished at rank 14, which is a lot better than what we used to do. Which give me 16 stone and 50 gems. Stick and stone may break my bones. Okay. The gems are okay because I'm not gonna have, I have 41.
I'm playing as.
Thanks, man.
He wants you, not me.
But he loves his brother too. Yeah, he loves his brother too. Everybody wants to know if he gives loves to anybody other than me. This would probably be his second favorite human. Yeah. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Yeah. Yeah, he loves him some Colton.
Okay, let's go. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. And we're back. We're back with some more content, which is, I'm gonna be honest, I'm exhausted. So we're gonna finish this video and then I'm gonna go sleep. Maybe a little bit of Fortnite, maybe a little bit. So yeah, so we're continuing with another part of Resident Evil. I didn't have the batteries necessary, and then we take a little break. So we are back. Now this scene is super cool because again, we're seeing the slum, we're seeing the city, we're seeing how people survive. How much of a mess it is. Bless you. Thank you guys. Appreciate you. So ultimately speaking, not the most important thing. However, it is kind of cool. Jade has a contact that will take her across the border. However, the guy is gone. So she go and see, and then she goes to see the guy, meets his wife. The apartment is full of cats, right? Then you realize that the guy is infected. And this is our first meeting with an infected up close. And what is kind of cool here is that it's a new infected. He doesn't show the sign. He's not as messed up as others. Now, this is the future. So we saw some really messed up zombies, but this one isn't. So she goes in and she sees that the husband is infected, and this is kind of cool because she said, "Hey, I know who can help you. A guy named Sharon." And it's like, okay, well, where can you find him? I don't know. It was in his pocketbook, right? A pocketbook, which is cool because she's like, "Oh, what it is in his pocket." This is funny because it's a pocketbook and pocket. So you see up close a zombie. And I gotta say, the zombie in itself is very, very well made. Now, also, it is implied that he is using the cat as a meal, which is kind of cool. The zombie is so hungry that he take out his own arm because he's handcuffed to a pipe. To do what? He is taking out his own arm to go and bite Jade, but he doesn't succeed. We got past Billy, which is more of Wesker theft. Now, it's kind of complex because we don't know as a viewer what we're looking for. So, are we looking for X, Y, Z? And if we're looking for X, Y, Z, when he's analyzing, does he see X, Y, Z? You see the next morning and you see that she's kind of doing okay. Now, this is good because we see that there's hope, but this is bad because we don't really know how much time it takes for the infection usually to take part or to appear. So this is kind of important, right? So you got Jade, who's still protective over her sister. And this is kind of cool because it's an excuse for... guess what? Albert Wesker. Okay, Albert Wesker. Albert Wesker. I want to see if it's the same Resident Evil. Holy shit, no. That's exactly what I thought. Albert Wesker. That's exactly what I thought. It's not the same guy at all. Okay, well, we have the confirmation it's not the same guy. It is the same guy, but it's not the same guy. So yeah, so Jade, being a good sister, is worried about her sister. Now, this is really cool because Albert comes in, and Albert injects himself with the virus. I think he does it because he wants to see how it will affect him, first of all. Now, ultimately speaking, in the series, we see that Wesker is infected. He is carrying the T virus, but he controls it very well, and he is almost invincible in the 5th one. So this is important also, but is this the first case of him infecting himself? I don't know. And there's also a possibility that he sees that Billy is okay, and he wants to have the virus for himself. When I talked about before how I felt like it wasn't a good choice for Wesker, I don't buy that this guy would go as far as Wesker would do. Wesker is an absolute monster. Would do whatever it takes. And I don't picture this guy as doing whatever it takes. So there you go. So Jade asked for help. to find out, because they did find some research on Tijuana. So when they went down in the Umbrella warehouse, they found some proof. Now Jade wants more proof. Now it's kind of nuts because you don't really know why she's doing that. You don't really know what's her motivation. She's gonna be taking down Umbrella? Probably not. Probably not. So it's kind of nuts. And I gotta say, the back and forth are only interesting when something happened in both. Right now, there's more things that happened in the past and the present, so like the present feel boring, right? So you find out there's a guy, and this guy helps him, and it's super cool. This guy helps him and helps her. Sorry, he helps Jade find a website, and this guy she kind of has a crush on him. So why is that cool? It's because again, it's the plot of Jade is evolving in a new society, and Billy isn't, right? It's kind of cool. Here we know that they're separated. We don't know if they're separated because they had a fight, or maybe they just didn't see things the same way. Cool. So we have we had the guy from Umbrella. That means the same lady. Now, why is that important? Because we know who she is. We know who she is because we saw her. So this is kind of important. Okay. Give me a second. I'll remember this.
Face double for the Frank of Paris. Next.
So I guess I don't remember this part, but she meets Sharon, and he tells like, "Yo, you're broke. I'm not gonna help you. You're broke. You're basic. You're broke." So it's kind of funny. Her answer to "you're broke" is she steal a bottle. How's that work? Beats me. I don't know. Okay, so I'm gonna switch here. I'm gonna be able to charge. Thankfully, we're like this. We're good. So she steal a bottle. We trade a bottle for a pennant, which I don't know what it means. So there you go. This is the meeting between Whisker, and Whisker tells her, and this is kind of cool, because again, this is what I tell you. So what is my main problem with the series? My main problem with the series is it's very childish, right? It's very it's supposed to be a horror movie, but this is feel like a teen drama. So Whisker goes in and he's telling the girl like, "Yo, you shouldn't be putting this out there. There's gonna be a lot of problem if this doesn't work." And he, compared to her, see what's going on. You see the dog that are infected. You see that his sister is infected. So you see, however, it's because he just injected himself, right? So why did you inject yourself if you thought it was a problem? I don't freaking know. We got Jade look in the mirror, and this is kind of cool. This is kind of cool because, again, Wesker comes in and he does a couple of tests. But the tests that he does, we don't know if these are the good tests or the bad tests. These are the good tests to establish, yes, she's infected. No, she's not infected. So with Jade, she goes in the mirror and we see sign of her being infected. She's bleeding. She's not doing well. However, at the same time, because we don't know what is the symptom, it's hard to see. Yeah, I'm looking forward.
Your message.
So there you go. So now Jade, she doesn't trust her father, and this is good because this is shown before. We know that she doesn't have the best relationship with her father. She doesn't trust her father. So when she does something like calling somebody else, it's kind of obvious, right? So this is kind of cool because she asked the other guy. Now this other guy, I don't know who he is, but she basically tell like, "Hey, this is if he was bitten, this is what happened." So talk about the Tijuana incident. So what happened there? Talks about how there was a lot of people that are infected. What they're trying to cover up, which is that was aggressive and bit somebody. And it's also saying, okay, well, these are the symptoms. Now, in this one, when I talk about pointless, this is pointless. Because Wesker, although in the show is questionable, although in the game is questionable, he wouldn't sacrifice his own daughter, right? So if his daughter is sick, he's going to help her. So this doesn't really make sense. We have, and this is another cool scene. This is another really cool scene. So we established that Billy, and this is attention to detail at its finest. These are really powerful moments. So Billy gets bullied at school, come back home, goes in her room with her puppy. Her puppy is a source of comfort. So she is bitten. She gets to the puppy to take a walk, and the puppy growls at her. He's smelling the infection. He's smelling the danger, right? So he's growling at her. And this is cool because this puppy meant a lot to her. It's also a case, a show of, okay, well, she's really infected. This is super cool. So Jade's trying to escape, but she gets caught by Umbrella. However, the group gets caught. A group of people gets caught by Umbrella, not only Jade. So they don't know that she's there. They don't know who she is, right? But this is kind of cool because, again, it's the fact that Umbrella is... it established that Umbrella is still there, but it's also established that they're the law. So when she's trying to escape, Jade, you wonder why she's trying to escape. And then it's not really clear she's trying to escape to Umbrella, but we don't know how strong Umbrella is. Now, there's two things that are important here. When the guy, which is the Umbrella representative, goes to see the old lady, he shows her like a sort of police thing, right? But this could be out of respect for Umbrella versus this is the police. Now, when this one, we realize, we establish, okay, well, they're the law, which is kind of important. Yeah, Billy is bleeding. And we're kind of seeing that she is getting aggressive, right? So she's bleeding, she is growling. So this is pretty bad. In the second episode, the way it finished is perfect. So what she did is you show that Whisker injected a rat with the virus. And what you're doing is that you're establishing that the rat is getting more and more infected. So what's good for rat is good for Billy. And that's pretty much it. Anyway, I'm tired. I'm exhausted. Pretty good 2 first episode if we do this. 4 days and we're done, bro. We're done. We're done. Love you guys. Take it easy. Peace. Don't blink. It's your boy Ink. Welcome to Commentary Show. Continuing Whoops, having a wonderful day on this 27th September 2025. A little bit of a tar talk for you guys. We didn't have one of those in a long ass time. Which is not true because we had an hour one. So this is the plan for the Resistance Reborn because today we did have a lot of improvement. We went from tier 5 to tier 8 just tonight. So what are we doing? It's gonna be the perks and it's gonna be about getting the every single playthrough is good except for Crown. The Crown I'm not gonna be able to finish the weeklies. There's just no way, it's impossible. Resistance is doing good, but we're not going to be finishing the event, right? So what I'm going to do with the event is super simple. Tomorrow we're going to work. I unlock perks in about an hour 40. Not exactly, but about an hour 40. And if I unlock perk in an hour 40, I'll be able to start the event mission. So tomorrow I'm going to be trying to do all of the random ultimate weapons. So we're going to go back to tier 1. In tier 1, we're going to be just hoping that we get 1 of the 3. And 2 of the 3, and then 3 of the 3, right? So this is cool. Now, again, we also have something that's kind of cool with the Resistance Reborn. What is cool with the Resistance Reborn is we are at a level where we get to choose, okay, well, guess what? This is where we are, this is what we're doing. But we just unlocked a lot of labs. And we are making a lot of coins. So ultimately speaking, I don't want to spend too much coins on the workshop. Why? Because the workshop mission of 400 is also important. And I feel like if I don't do it good enough, if I upgrade too much, I'm gonna have to play, which is what happened with Shield, Crown, and Resistance, respectively. The plan is what? The plan is to check out what lab I have, and you see, for example, right, we are at 713, so I'm going to tell you exactly which one we're going to do, which is pretty freaking good. We got 475 and 25, we get the code, the cathode ray tube, which is pretty good. Perks, I could do ×1. Yes. Perks is good because we got 1.5. Again, with the Crown, we just upgraded to ×3 every single time. So with the lava that we have couple of new labs. For example, no, that's not it. Card preset Morse, no. We could do Lightspeed shot. This I would really like to do it. Like a whole day of Lightspeed shot. It's cheap, it's effective, it's good. We could also do well, I don't know. I don't know what to do else. We could do also package after bosses, but look, it's billion. I got some last billion of coin, which is forget about it. We got some ultimate weapon. Ultimate weapon depends on what we have, because we still have. Oh shit! Before we forget, I was a man before I was a. Okay, so we have one left. Upgrade for bonus, and then we're done with the golden tower for a while, for a long ass time. So we got what? We got extra orbs and cards. We got perks, unlock perks. Bots. I would have bots. Bots would be good, but they're just long. They're long AF. We got reroll chart and daily mission chart. So we'll see. Anyway, we'll figure it out tomorrow. Tonight I'm tired. I want to go sleep. Love you guys. Take it easy. Peace. Don't blink is your blink. Welcome to our show. Because the Moab guys are having a wonderful day on this 27 September 2025. As you can see, we are exhausted. So this is a behind the scene. I'm going to finish the day with a small stream of Fortnite, like an hour-long Fortnite stream. Why? Because we need to wait for one of the labs to finish, and then we're going to be able to do a shit ton. Or the shit ton, you'll see. You'll figure it out. But yeah, so we're going to play a bit of Fortnite. I'm going to go sleep. Tomorrow at 9, I got to meet my father for pancakes. It's a tradition we have on Sundays. We haven't done it in a while, but he's done it now because I think that he feels bad about my situation. Which he shouldn't, because my situation isn't that bad. What else? So a little bit of that, a little bit of this, and after that I'm going to sleep. Possibly not going to be doing it behind the scene because I'm exhausted. But good night. You know what would be really good? What would be really good would be to go to sleep right now. Then wake up in about 6 hours. For 6 o'clock, stream some Fortnite. Then that'd be cool. That would be really cool. Because then I will go to my father's house and I will have things to upload. I don't know. Anyway, I love you guys. Take it easy. And then 1 second ago, whoa. Now we're gonna go sleep. Yeah, let's go sleep. Okay. Now, what do we have for sleeping? Before we sleep, we have to change the Resistance Reborn last battle. My apologies. To change the last battle. Oh, I think you're dumb. What can I do for 6 hours? Something with 6 hours and a half would be perfect. Interests. Okay, so good night, Resistance. What I want to do with Resistance is I want to make sure that we have to delete everything, and then what we're gonna be able to do, if we delete everything, is gonna be able to lower the rate of one of the video, which is 8 hours long. If I can do that, oh, mama, that'll be great. Now, ultimately speaking, we just uploaded the an hour 27. Okay, it's only 36 minutes. 38 gigs. Okay. So technically speaking, we have 3 videos. 127, 138, and 324. Good. Could we delete those 3? Gonna get 29 gigs of storage. Then we'll go here.
Check out my new well-being podcast from Audible. Great, another podcast. But we are hosting this one, so we're excited. Are we? Can I finish? Each week I'll be in conversation with a leading well-being expert, exploring bold new ways to grow, expand our self-awareness, become more self-conscious. This is making me self-conscious. Yes, in all the best ways. Self-conscious with Chrissy Teigen. Listen on Audible. We'll get there.
I'm good, baby. I'm good. You're fucking kidding me. No space. So what I'm gonna do, you in the garbage. You in the garbage. I'll do it 640. And we'll finish. I really have to upload on the Sword because the Sword is so full. We'll do it tomorrow.
Like I said, grinding, booking a hotel, going to a live event, or going on a scavenger hunt to find diamonds. All of it gets me rewarded in-game, which helps generate me more cash back. It's the future of mobile gaming, so download it now and start generating cash back for owning your favorite real-world places now.
There's enough space. Good. Good edge shield, sword. Now we have 6 hours. Good night, crown. Love you.